Good morning, Tim. Good morning, guys. How are you? How are you
Good
doing?
morning. We're good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing great, okay? So I trust you guys, you had a great night, right? I trust you had an enjoyable night, isn't it? So let us just jump straight into our today's topic. I think yesterday we had to talk about was it BTRS and GMT, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it was BTRS and GMT. So let us just jump straight into that so that we can see what the market has for us today. So guys, the reason I didn't send the dead signal yesterday, right? Those in the signal group is that we were in a trending market that we were just trending down rapidly. So I couldn't find those pullbacks and stuff to give those entries. So for us to be safe, it is better to be safe than to risk it all and lose in the market, okay? But today I'm back again. I'll send those signals, right? So let us see BT S, isn't it? These guys, let us mute our mics, okay? Let us mute our mics. Right. So this is BTRST, okay? So this is it, right? So what we can say about this coin, right, is that we are trending down, okay? So you can see that now in the past 2 days we've been trending down, just a strong downtrend, right? Even today you can see we are still in that strong bullish momentum, right? So the coin is it is still trending down, right? BTRS T is still trending down, okay? So what I can do is I'll mark these zone areas, right? I'll mark these zone areas for long term, right? First I have this zone area, okay? I have this zone area first, and then secondly I have let me zoom it in like this. Secondly, these guys, let us mute our mics. Mute our mics. I don't know what is happening, guys. Okay. So I have I also have this zone area here is my other demand zone as well. So I have those demand zones, right? Then this is just a support zone area, right? But also I can mark it to see if we respect that support zone area, or we just continue going down, right? So I have those 3 points of interest in the market, right? I want to see how it's going to react toward these areas, right? I have this support and this demand zone, right? So I want to see how this coin reacts towards these areas, right? So if I can see without patterns even around here, right? Unmark this this previous lower low, or this previous supply as my point of interest or as my target zone area. So I want to see this coin rejecting around these areas, then I take my buy, or rejecting around these areas, I take my buy. But if you break those zone areas, I can take a short from this area and target the major demand zone around this area, right? So that is what we're looking for basically on the daily time frame, on the higher the long-term buyers of BTRS, right? So this is what we are looking for basically, right? Right now we are in a strong downtrend, guys. We are trending down, right? You can see if you are a trend line trader, right? You can say that, hey guys, we broke this area like right here, okay? This can draw a trend line. So you can see if you're a trend line trader, right? Maybe you could have drawn your trend line like this, and you can see that breakout that we broke your trend line, right? We broke your trend line. So now we want to see how this coin react right below your trend line, right? How this coin reacts below your trend line. So you can see this channel, what we broke the channel to the downside, then what we are holding below, right? So possibilities are we can continue going down, right? We can continue going down maybe up to this level, go up, or just continue going down to this level before we shoot up, right? So we're looking for these possibilities in the market. But guys, however, right, we're not trying to be prophets of the market, okay? We want to adapt to any market changes. So we're looking for those pullbacks and confirmations. Then that's only when we take our entries, long-term entries, okay? So let's go into the 4-hour time frame. Right, so this is the 4-hour time frame. You can see this strong drop in price, right? This strong drop in price. It's just a nice drop in price, isn't it? Right, so I'm trying to adjust this. Okay, so you can see this strong drop in price, how this coin just went down from these areas, right? After this liquidity grab, right? So just went back down to this area, right? So now what are we looking for is we want to see if we respect this previous demand zone, right? If we respect this demand zone, right? Because we've been going down for a while, we can either do something like this, right? Maybe do something like this and continue going down again, right? Or just respect the demand zone and continue going up. So if you take our buys here, right? We are not sure yet about this BTRS being in a long-term uptrend. So we want to see how it acts around this demand zone here, because this demand zone was broken, right? We broke this demand zone. So this demand zone, it changed from being a demand zone to being a supply zone. Let me zoom it in. So this demand zone, you can see how where the strong rally in price. So it made this demand zone around this area, right? So instead of us respecting this demand zone, we broke the demand zone. So after breaking the demand zone, we have taken your short entry because this demand zone is now it's now a supply zone. So you want to see if we take our buys here from the demand zone around this area, right? Then if we take our long entries here, we will target this zone area. Why? Because this zone area is now a supply zone. Possibilities are we might reject this zone area and continue going down, right? And continue going down. Or we just break the zone area and being in a strong uptrend, right? So that's what we are looking for basically on BTRS, right? On BTRS. So long term we're looking for what? We're looking for these previous high, not long term basically, but it's the midterm bias, isn't it? We're looking for what? For this previous supply zone as my target profit. Should we see rejections around this area? And also this point of interest, if you break this point of interest again, we know that okay guys, now we're going to the previous supply zone. Those SMC traders, they'll call it imbalance because of these candlesticks and this strong drop in price. So they call it an imbalance, or some they call it an institutional candlestick. But guys, this is a supply zone. So one is going to come back to those zone areas, show us rejections, then we take our short entries based on that, or we take our buys here. And because if we can even break this supply zone, because we've been going down for a while. So we want to see if we reject here, we take our buys, right? We want to see how it acts around this area. So this can be our first TP, this can be our second TP. But guys, we can break this zone area and continue going up, right? So you can continue going up, right? We can continue going up, maybe up to these levels where these highs here. So guys, we can continue going up, okay? But we're targeting those areas for short term, right? But possibilities are if you find this nice entry here and you break this point of interest here, guys, that means we're shooting up to those areas, okay? So let me go into the lower time frames, like the 1 hour time frame, isn't it? 1 hour time frame. So this is the 1 hour time frame. It is the same thing, right? The same approach, right? So it is the same approach, okay? So here, what you can look for right now, right? What you can look for now, you can look for these previous supply, right? I can call it a supply, or I can just call it a consolidation, right? So we're looking for what? We're looking for this area, right? So now you want to take those entries early, right? Instead of you taking those entries above those areas and stuff. So I want to see how this cone responds to what this zone. Let me just change color, right? So we want to see how this cone reacts to what this zone area, right? Should we see a pullback, right? We want to take our short, our long entries if we break and hold above the zone area, right? But we'll take our short entries if we retest and reject that zone area, then we take our short entries based on that. Okay. So any questions, guys? Any questions? Based on BTRST, right? Otherwise, I'm done with BTRST. So let me shoot into GMT. Any questions that's based on this, or let me just continue? Is it all clear? Oh,
no questions.
Okay, great. GMT. I think I analyzed GMT, so I'll just look for maybe on another platform. Okay, just go into the daily time frame as usual. Right, we want to see the long-term bias of GMT, right? So this is GMT, isn't it? Right, I'm not sure about this platform, right? Well, let's just go straight into Binance GMT, because this one, I don't trust it. Okay. Let me delete all drawings. Right, okay. So this is GMT, guys. This is GMT, right? You can see that we're going up, and we just broke this lower low here, right? We just broke this swing low here, right? So according to market structure, right, if we break this zone area, then possibilities are we are more likely to continue going down, right? Remember, those who were with us maybe for a while, remember I said, right, we have this space here and we have this space here that is empty and it has to be filled, right? So you can see how we have this strong dropping price toward those areas, right? So what I can do is I can just mark my zone, right, or my previous swing high as my point of interest, right? That is where I'll be looking forward for long entries, long term, right? But however, if you break this zone area and hold above, right, I can take my long entry again, because that would mean that we are still going up. But right now I'm waiting forward for this point to come back to this zone area before I take my buy entries. Should you take a short? Okay, you can based on the lower time frames, but right now here I don't find it. I find it risky to take entries like this, but you can take your short entry and target those lower lows as your target profit, because you can see how we are just trending down rapidly. Okay, it's just a clear downtrend. Okay, so let me go into our time frame and see. Right, so this is for our time frame. It's the same approach. It is the same principles. Okay, so now what you can see is we are respecting this previous lower low here, right, on the 4 hour time frame. So you can see this previous lower low here, and you can see how this cone is respecting this lower low. So what we can look for is, right, we want to see this cone maybe breaking and holding below the lower low. Then you can take your short entries based on that. But now currently we are just in a strong downtrend, right? In a strong downtrend. This is just a strong downtrend, right? So possibilities are we can continue going down. But if we're now trending up, right, I would like to see those minor breakup structures. Then that is when I can take my my long entry based on that. But in these instances, I will just wait until I find a nice confirmed entry, then I take it. Okay. So let's jump into the 1 hour time frame. I don't know if I'm too fast. Okay, so now we're on the 1 hour time frame. So now you can see how we are respecting the zone area, right? So possibilities are we might go up, right? But the probability says we are in a downtrend, right? So how to eliminate that? We don't want to we don't want to form, right? We don't want to just jump into the market like crazy. So what I can do is I can wait for this coin to break and hold above our previous swing, right? Just break and hold above this area. Then if I can see the rejections around this area, I can take my I can take my long entry, right? Same thing applies here. I want to see this coin breaking breaking this zone area, then I can take my I can take my short entry based on that. Okay. Right. So that's what we're looking for basically. Sorry about this. That's what we're looking for basically. Okay. So any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Before I close. Any questions? Okay.
Batim?
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm not sure of my network where I am now. But this is GMT, I guess.
Yes.
So you are saying wherever it is now, it's still trending down. So we can continue trending down, or we must wait until it crosses that structure.
Yes, we must wait
and hold it there.
Yes, we must wait until we see a continuation pattern. Then that is only when we can take our short entries again. Because right now I can say we're in a consolidation, right? I can say this is a consolidation, but we want to see that break of structure, maybe to the upside or to the downside. Then we take our entries based on that.
Okay, clear, Mphathi. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else with a question? Let me stop share.
Hello, Mphathi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. With the free fall of BTC, will the market structures still hold?
BTC, I think I was the analysis on BTC. Okay, so let me check on my previous analysis on BTC because they played out. I remember with the mentorship with the team, right? We did analysis on BTC. So let me check. This is BTC, right? So these are the analysis of BTC that we did. I think it was last of last week, right? I was just tired of giving a BTC update daily. So I decided that, okay, let us do a market focus on BTC and see those points of interest that we are looking for, right? So on BTC, right, we had this major demand zone here, right? If you can go to the daily time frame, right, you can see that this is our major demand zone, okay? So this is our major demand zone, right? So now we wanted to see how this coin acts and reacts toward this area, right? This is our major zone area. So we want to see how this coin acts and reacts around this area. So you can see that we broke our structure here, right? We broke our structure, and also see this, right? That's when I say, okay, guys, we're not in an uptrend, right? Whosoever is telling you that we are trending up, I don't know what instrument they are using, because we are trending down, right? We're trending down. We broke this area. So now we're looking if it had these areas, opportunity came back to this area, it is a daily case. So right now, what I want to see is, are we respecting this area, or we will continue going down, right? So you can see that okay, right now we're respecting this area. But am I satisfied with this? No, right? I'm not satisfied with this until we break and hold above this this structure. Because anything can happen around that. This could be a pullback, and we want to just continue going down, right? So I want to see how this coin reacts around this area. Maybe if I can see at least two candlesticks, right? Maybe maybe on Wednesday and this day. That's only when I can say that, okay, guys, now we're trending up or trending down. Because right now, this we can just say this is a consolidation, right? But we want to see what the long-term buyers, are we going down or are we going up? So this BTC analysis, I think that last week, right? This was last of last week, right? So we're looking for this on BTC, right? So if you break these areas, then that would mean that we're coming close to what? Somewhere close to 25k and 20k as well, right? So we want to see how we react around this area. Then we take our entry space of that. But currently, should you buy? Yes, you can buy, right? But have this area is a stop loss, right? Have what this area is a stop loss, right? Those who want to take risk, right? Both risk takers who don't want to miss anything, okay? So you can just buy on spot and just target this area. What is your stop loss, right? Because you don't want to lose everything. Because if it breaks this area, we are going down, okay? So you can, if you don't want to buy BTC on spot, they can buy it, but have these areas or what is a stop loss, okay? Because if you play that on area, we're still going down. Then we'll look for possible buys around those areas. Then what we buy now for long term. So this is what I'm looking for on BTC right now. BTC is trending down, guys. This could be just a pullback, and what we have a continuation, or maybe it can be an uptrend as well. So we want to see how this coin I break this on area, then I take my entry based on that. Okay. Right. So I'm not sure if you are answered. Are you answered?
Yes.
Okay. That's great. That is great.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, guys. Let me close our Zoom meeting. If there are no any questions.